Hi Pisces, welcome to your full moon in Capricorn reading for June 22nd, 2024. Full moons close out cycles. The direction this reading is going in is number 3, which is a creative number, events, commitment. It came up upright, so this is a promise. There may be a commitment where romantic relationships or even a marriage is concerned, right? There could be business commitment, a job offer, a partnership, a rental agreement, or a sale of a house, that kind of commitment. But all of these activities bode well for you. It can also signify a good resolution to a legal matter for some people, especially one that has you dealing with that you've been dealing with for a while. So it finally comes to a close. We finally sign the paper, or it gets dealt with. It's important to do your research well before you sign the paper or make this commitment. Get a really clear understanding of your part in this commitment. Investigate what's expected of you, or what you expect from somebody else. Be well informed, basically. Okay? So that's the direction this reading is going in. That's interesting. Full moons close out cycles, like I said. These readings are to help you navigate your own situation. I think that the tarot can predict things. However, when you're reading for such a large amount of people, you can't pick everyone's scenario. It's the forces are there. The particulars may be different for everybody. So we are, that's why they're called a general reading. So what I like to do is help you navigate your situation, tell you the wisdom of the card, and help you to apply it to your own situation instead of the particulars. The first column is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or something that you are consciously closing out. The second column is you, what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're feeling within this situation. And the outcome is probable, because some things we are able to change, some things we are meant to experience, we chose to experience them, and always for our own growth. This is an interesting set of cards. So as usual, Pisces has a lot of major arcana, which are the things that are going on an internal level. They outweigh the mundane, because again, we come here to grow, right? To this 3D, to this planet, whatever. And that's the main thing. The mundane things happen so that we have the experiences on which to grow. But there's something new happening here with that Ace of Wands. It's a new beginning. It's a new passionate beginning. It can be romantic, but this, in that case, would be lust. So we want to be careful there if it's romantic. And that's what the cards say. Like, you're making a commitment, you could be bound to something, right? So you want to make sure you know everything about it. This is codependency. The Ace of Wands is the beginning of a new passion. So maybe our passions get away with us. Let's say we meet somebody, relationship-wise, we make that commitment, and then later on we kind of see that maybe this isn't the person for us, and we're kind of stuck. Or maybe it's a new job opportunity and we get very excited because we haven't had work in a long time. We jump at the chance, and then We figure, oh, the boss is really not that great, or the situation isn't as great as I thought, but I made a commitment. I signed the paper. I'm there for a year. It can be something like that. However, the Ace of Wands is, if accepted, can be the stuff that dreams are made of. It's just that the devil part, not so nice. Codependency. However, you do get to see what the negative side of this situation is. The devil shows you its full hand. So if you are feeling bound to something, it's really up to you to lift those chains that are lightly around your neck. Perhaps you have to let go of something in order to begin this new endeavor that may be difficult for you to let go of. Let's have a look here. It is something that comes in unexpectedly. This is the knight in shining armor that comes in to save the day. This can be world events. This can be travel. You are in a protective spiritual box, but there are little things that you have to do first. Probably your maybe old commitments. Let's say you get a new job, but you're still bound to your old job. You have a contract there for another few months before you can move on to this new thing. There are little things that you have to do to finish up this old cycle before you can move on to this much bigger new cycle that's there for you at this time. Because you have the Ten of Swords here, the Ten of Swords is the end of a very difficult mental cycle. And your perspective is really important here. But the 10 is the ending of something old while beginning something new simultaneously. And that seems to be what's happening here. 10 of Swords is, perspective is important. Is this the dawning of a new day or the end of a very difficult day? We're looking for peace of mind where this is concerned. You may need a bit of a rest before you move on to this new cycle. That's also possible. You are behaving like the Queen of Pentacles. This is my Aquarius card, or it's associated with Aquarius for me. And this is somebody who is concerned or really focused on stability, be it health or finances. And health can be an issue here because sometimes this is a bad back or a lot of mental strain that can cause some nervousness or headaches or neck and back tension. But the Queen of Pentacles is looking for some stability in her life. Perhaps you need to commit to a better way of eating, because the Queen of Pentacles can be like a dietitian or Ayurveda. You know, you're going to commit to taking the right supplements, eating the right foods. But it can also be work, right? Work related, financial related. Let's take another card for that. A King of Wands. It does feel like you're pioneering something new here. The King of Wands, which is associated with Aries, blazes new trails. This can be managerial. It can also be starting a business of your own. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles, because we're looking for financial stability. It can also be a relationship because it's passion, and he's the one that's holding the wand. But again, you want to be careful of the devil. I'm going to pull another card for that. Walking away from something that was enjoyable at one point. So it's leaving something with a heavy heart. It's definitely the end of a situation. I can relate to this. That once brought some pleasure, but now we're moving forward. And even though it is with a heavy heart, we know that we're moving upwards. Keep your perspective clear here. Be bold, especially with the King of Wands. The Queen of Swords, I think, the Queen of Pentacles, I think, plays it safe quite a bit. But the King of Wands is somebody who will take chances. Like I said, they blaze new trails. So you can waffle between the two. And that might be the devil. Do I take a chance? Do I stay in the same situation? Or do I blaze new trails? Do I move on? Do I try something new? The outcome is your intuition, the High Priestess and the Fool. So it looks like we're going to blaze some new trails, off on a new adventure. It can have a lot to do with your intuition, but the High Priestess for me is the structure on which you build this new adventure on. What do you deem sacred? What do you think is divine? She holds the Torah, and that's her structure on which she builds her life upon, her beliefs, her structure is that Torah. For you, it may be something else. But it is your intuition, and it is what you deem sacred, what you deem divine. And then you have the Fool there, and that can be a new adventure. It's taking a leap of faith and dealing with the challenges and rewards as they come. Not getting ahead of yourself. However, there is some strategy there. Seven of Swords is strategic moves. He's removing 5 of those swords from the enemy's camp so they can't be used against him. So there's strategy, but it's also open enemies, and it's also to mind your situation, mind your atmosphere, what's going on around you. Again, we have this Page of Wands, a fiery person. This is Sagittarius. There can be something secretive, something going on behind the scenes with the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. Because this is kind of sneaky. It's a little bit underhanded. But it can just be something going on behind the scenes, something that you're unaware of. And that can be for the future. That's very future-oriented. That's interesting. It feels a little secretive to me. Perhaps you're being secretive, or somebody around you is being secretive. That's also very possible. But you're being led somewhere with there's hope where that's concerned. I cannot negate the Devil card, though. So I do think it's really important for you to be well informed of the commitments that you're making right now, and be very clear about who you're dealing with, and be strategic about it, because I think it's a mixed bag. You have some good and you have some bad here, and you don't want to make foolish choices, right? You don't want to be fooled into something. That's very interesting, I think. The best I can tell you here is be well informed. Don't be too quick to make some decisions. I mean, and this can even be on a world level, right? Politicians and that sort of thing. Politics is really sneaky at this moment. Well, I guess it always has been, to be honest with you. We're just opening our eyes to it. What does Spirit want you to know? Invisibility. Take off your cloak of invisibility and let your light be seen. We can be holding ourselves back from something. That's also possible. But still, negatively aspected, the Fool is making a foolish choice, and the Seven of Swords is a negatively aspected card. It's open enemies. And I would say be very mindful of the people that you're dealing with and the contracts and the commitments that you're making. But there is something that we are supposed to be going forward with here. I would say in this case, don't you try and pull the wall over on anybody because of the invisibility card. Be honest, be open, say what you want, say what you expect, that kind of thing. Okay? All right. Because it can go both ways, Pisces. All right, it's 2 weeks. Thank you for listening. I hope it's been helpful. There is some mystery around this for me. It does feel kind of mysterious. But still, the Star card is a very hopeful card, and you are being led to someplace in the future. So I think that's a good card. This is also Aquarius aspected, and Aquarius is very altruistic. So I think your intentions are good. All right. Thanks for listening. Take good care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.